degree of animosity that people have for Trump is actually somewhat of a mystery to me. I can't.
Well, I can clear that up. What it is the people that have this hate that they can't move past, that they have such, you know, it's like they want to kill Trump kind of hate. It's because of everything that Trump represents. I'm not saying this is everything to him. I'm just saying this is, I think Trump very much acts too. I'm not saying he's faking, but there's the business Trump and then behind closed doors Trump. And everybody's tried to make it seem like, because in all reality, let's just be honest. If you just look at the surface of Trump, he seems like a narcissist. He seems like a narcissist. He seems, and he's not. And he seems like it's all about him and win, win, win. And great, great, great. I'm great. My businesses are great. Your buildings are great. But I think a lot of that is bait. I do. And I think the only people that were going to pick up on it were people that were not higher educated, really. And for one simple reason, and I'm not saying that because I know I'm sarcastic about the higher educated, but it's because the higher educated don't have much insight into themselves. Even, I would say many, not all, but psychologists and psychiatrists. Not saying Jordan Peterson. I'm saying there's very few higher educated. They've spent so long just being filled with all this knowledge, they don't really know themselves, and what they hate about Trump is actually what they hate about themselves. That they're a narcissist, that they're fake, that they're phony. And they can't tap into that because I think fear, because it would mean having to look at themselves and look at how really Trump is a mirror reflection. That's not who Trump is. There's more to Trump. That's the business Trump. But there's a perfect explanation for this. So let's take Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro has such hate at Donald Trump. So many hateful things. He's never even met him. Never met him. Just heard about it. So that's off balance. It's not even rational. So what is it? I mean, you can say that for some of the public it's because they've been brainwashed. I get it. You know, the media's done a good job at making people hate Trump. No, it's that he represents the 7 deadly sins in many ways. But that's not all there is to him. But this world, what is it about? It's about money. It's about being the best. It's about being number one. And those are great things. I'm just saying that on the surface it does. If you can't look past and look at his deeds, that's all you will see. And the people that don't know themselves well enough, that's all they see. And what they hate about it is really, it's a mirror of exactly who they are. That's why Hollywood hates him. He's acting because it's business Trump. But you see the regular Trump come out, because the amount that he had, the generosity that he's shown in his life that nobody even knows about, that's rarely talked about, and he won't brag about it. Never will he brag about it, which means he's humble. Because if he was a narcissist, he would brag about that stuff. And two, if he was a narcissist, he couldn't have taken being ridiculed for 4 years. Narcissists are very weak characters in many ways. So, really in all ways. But on the surface, it looks like that's all there is. It's all about Trump. It's all about being number one. Everything's great. He's number one. He's the best. And he's cocky. I mean, I like his cockiness, personally. I'm not saying that he's not a strong person. For sure he is. But there's that business side of him. And in this world, that's what that business side is all about. And so it pisses the people off. The people that can't get past their hate for Trump are people that can't see more to him because they're too busy looking at their own reflection. Because they see that that's really them and they hate it. It is. Because most people that that do, and I've never disliked Trump either, but there's a part of me that everything is like it's the best and this and it's the greatest, and that all sounds good. It's just, I can see where people jump to that he's a narcissist, but I think that he figures people will do that, but the people that will do that are the people that are actually the narcissists. So do you see what I'm saying? It's a great way to, there's a reason why, and here's a perfect example too. Why did Trump say, I love the poorly educated? And yet the higher educated think that he was insulting the poorly educated. Trump knew, they talk about being genius with that. That was genius. I don't know how many comments I've gotten in certain videos that I put up about Trump loves the poorly educated. It's like they end up showing they're the narcissists. They do. Because there's nothing wrong if you don't have all that education. It doesn't mean you're not smart, but that's how they see you. The higher educated look down on those that aren't as educated as them. They have their nose in the air. They're a snob. I'm not going to listen to somebody who doesn't have as many letters after their name as I do. They don't know any better. That's their attitude. So when they look at Trump, they hate it. They want to spit nails because they can't stand him, but really what they can't stand is he's a mirror of exactly who they are. That's what it is. Whether they're somebody famous or it's just everybody in the community that can't get past their hate for him. There's more to Trump than just the business side you see to him. And he shows that other side. He does. But he's very genius in the way that he carries himself because he knows the people that are full of shit. And so what does he do? He puts on stage this image of who Robert De Niro really is. Not who Trump is, but who Robert De Niro is. I don't know if people can follow that, but that's really what it is. He does it to a major degree. I'll say that. He always has. It is the business part of him. That I look at that as being, it's not that it's a phony part of him, it's the brand side of him. It's the Trump brand. His name Trump is his brand. That's what he promotes. Of course, he's going to say it's the best, it's the greatest. He does love the country. That's why he talks about it being great again and all of that. But, and a lot of things can be explained. Like, a lot of people have tried to make him look like that he's a narcissist, like after his inauguration, because the fight went on. Trump was like, oh, there were so many people. He's done this a lot of times. Look at all these people. And it's because the media won't show the crowds. They won't. They wouldn't at the inauguration either. And then there was these phony pictures that came out, and they were trying to say Obama had more people. And so it made it look like, Trump's being petty. That's the other thing. And really he's not. He knows the media won't report the truth. So to counterbalance that, that's why he repeats things. I used to get sick of always the repeating of things, but it's sort of like we all do it that are speaking up, because in order to counter what the media does with their lies, you have to repeat it too. So, but what he does absolutely, on a psych, and I don't even think he means to do it, but it's this character in a way, and it's the brand Trump. It's what's made him successful, and I think behind closed doors he's somebody else. What you see on stage isn't all that's there, but what it does highlight is that that's all there is to all those people that can't get past their hate. They don't know themselves well enough, and what they hate the most about him, the reason it's just they want to, just destroy him, is because it's who they are. The difference is there's more to Trump, and there isn't to them. They're just narcissists, petty, and they hide behind a fake persona. And Trump has managed to draw it out, and they've exposed themselves.